Hello, I'm Sarah Prescott and I work in special collections at the University of Leeds, and today I'm going to talk about this notebook. This is one of over 250 notebooks in the archive of Tony Harrison, the poet. And this is a notebook from the late 70s, and it's for a collection that Harrison released called the School of Eloquence. And if we look through this notebook, we have an absolutely fascinating insight into how Harrison works, how he writes his poems, and his creative process. Now, people write in lots of different ways, and no two writers' notebooks are the same. But you see a lot of very interesting features in Harrison's work. For example, here, this is the first page of the book that's open, and it's something that he does very often, which is essentially create a collage of all different sorts of things, like quotes or reviews, a child's essay, all different kinds of things that he's decided to paste in that are fascinating for him. And they'll often directly inspire his work. The School of Eloquence is a collection that some of Harrison's best known poems have come from it. One in particular that is one of the most well known is Them and Us. I'll just find that. Now, on our website we have a resource that explores these drafts, but seeing them in the notebook like this is so interesting because you get a real feel for how Harrison worked. What we have here are layers and layers of different drafts stuck one on top of the other, which helps us trace the poem as it evolves. Now, Harrison's told us that he'll start writing a poem with a blank page and just throw the couplets or whatever phrases occur to him down on it. If you look closely, you'll see this handwriting is very difficult to read. It's almost like a shorthand. Harrison didn't want to capture the words too soon, it's just to get a sense of what they were. He'd then sit down at a typewriter and write up these notes and paste that on top. He'd then annotate it, rewrite the draft and paste it on top, and again and again. So sometimes on one page you'll get 5 or 6 different versions of the same poem. This is fascinating for anybody who's researching Harrison's poetry. You're seeing how he writes, what his creative process is, and also sometimes what he leaves out can tell us a lot about the final poem. So as I said, this is one of many notebooks in the collection. It's an extremely rich resource for anybody researching Harrison's work.